TikTok isn't used to my thingy. I don't go there that often, so I always get weird videos that I don't even like, and I don't use it. But Instagram just gets me, brings me the cringiest content.
What do you find cringy about social media?
Just people are just so embarrassing. Like for example, this when the Ukrainian thing started.
Oh.
Someone made a poster saying, "I'm Russian, sorry for that." I started hugging Ukrainian people, and it's just like,
I see. You see, the thing is, when people are like, okay, 6 times out of 10, there's good intention behind it. People just go about it the wrong way.
oh, for sure.
So that's in my head. I'm like, cringy, but that's not something that I could really like, get on you about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't. The jokes wouldn't fly because I'm like, I know what you're trying to do, but that was no.
No. I think also one of my other favorites. I don't know. I think you know this video, but it's of one of the basketball players, and he's doing all these shots, and he keeps on missing. It's like an ad, and then his mom comes.
Oh, MJ.
Was it MJ?
It's MJ.
Then his mom comes, and then the body double. The side double is this like huge man pretending to be the mom. I think of the iconic cringe videos, that one as well. That's it for me.
But that one transcends social media. I think, was that on TV? That had to have been on TV back in the day.
Yes, it was.
It had to have been on TV. It's not the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? For me, what I find really dumb about social media is, when people just post anything for clout.
Yes.
To the point where they're like, you're snitching on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas will post entire crimes on social media.
Oh, yes.
Just for the clout. And you're like, you idiot. And then they get surprised when they get caught. This other guy, sorry, before you go, this other guy who said he quit his job and moved into his cubicle at work and posted that on TikTok, got 12 million views, and then got fired 4 days later. Like, that's so stupid. If you're going to do something like that, at least wait a few months before you do that. Make it a whole documentary on YouTube after you've already left the company.
This reminds me of the girl who was licking ice cream and putting it back on the shelf in the store. Yeah. And they posted it, her and her partner posted it. She got arrested, I think, for a year or so, and got a huge fine and everything. They had to recall that entire batch of that ice cream because they didn't know if she had gone to other ones, if other people were doing the same thing with the same brand. It was disgusting. It was terrible.
People are so, like, I like, that's the one thing that, like, the moment, like, oh, this shit's gonna go viral, and you're like, this is dumb. Why are you doing it? Because you're about to get caught, and this is illegal. And if it's not illegal, you just look ridiculous. It's just like, you look foolish right now. You don't look the way you think you look.
It's even with like PETA, like the stuff that they post for like animal.
Whatever. You know a nigga named Peter?
No, like this one. In the image is a turkey, but it's like the person is shaped as a turkey, and the caption is, "Imagine if you were the one being stuffed for Thanksgiving," and it's just like, okay,
I would love to be. Hashtag yes, please.
But I feel like even just like companies embarrass themselves. It's like with Mark Zuckerberg and the metaverse stuff. That whole entire ad was so cringe.
There was an ad?
Yeah.
What happened?
Like the whole thing of him like explaining what the metaverse is, what you can do, and everything.
But Mark Zuckerberg is actually not a human, so there's that.
Like this one, I think this was my favorite meme, where it says, "If you die in the metaverse, you die in real life." It's a meme, it's not real. That's all he said.
Oh, I was like, huh?
But look how much you believed it.
No, I'm not believing that. I'm just confused as to how. I'm like, does the stab come through the metaverse?
Oh my gosh.
And then a knife appears in real life and stabs you as well? Like, what happens?
It's that theory about, I think it's like a Matrix type thing, where if you die within the Matrix, you die in real life. If that's
of the same causes, or you just drop?
I think you just drop in real life.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's how the Matrix works. I've never watched it, but that's my assumption.
Or it could be a thing of like, you know, people, there's theories that the metaverse may be more important than reality, and if people die in the metaverse, like they feel like
yes,
their more important life is dead, so they're dead. That makes sense.
Yes. I think though, you know,
or it goes into a deep depression. Either way,
people.
Okay, you're right.
I'm loving what you're saying. People just love to embarrass themselves.
Do anything for clout.
They will do.
I think people like, you know what really gets on my nerves is like pranks. Oh, pranks get on my nerves. Pranks, oh my word.
I think they take it overboard most of the time.
Yes, they just do too much. And
like even prank, I tell my boyfriend I'm pregnant. LOL, he believes me. Babe.
That's the type of shit that you should believe.
Babe.
If someone tells you that, you should be like, oh, okay.
Oh,
you know, unless you're...
The worst are, you know, like engagements, like surprise engagements. There was this one where this guy kidnaps his girlfriend.
Oh, no.
Takes her to an unknown location she's never been to. And like he's masked, so she doesn't know who's... Like the other people are talking, so he's not talking because obviously she's gonna recognize the voice.
Yeah.
And then at some point, when they're like almost like threatening to kill her or something, he gets on one knee and like reveals that it's him. Yo. Listen. It gets dark.
Is this YouTube? What's happening?
American YouTube, of course.
Oh, I love how you have to specify American YouTube.
Like nobody else. Nobody else.
I just... What else? You know... Oh, you know... What else? You know when like something happens to someone...
Yeah.
And people love to insert themselves into their condolences or something like that. That's some cringy shit to me. You know, it happened down with Ricky Rick RIP, even with Dimples RIP. You know what I mean? It's just like, why would you write that? Look. Honestly, personally, I wouldn't even post a picture with myself and the person.
The person who died, yes.
Because that's weird to me. Either just that alone, just like posting pictures, even if I had no caption, just posting a picture with somebody, that's weird to me. Okay? But fine. People accept that. Let's say that's the baseline.
Yeah.
Then the caption is always like, it's always some fucked up shit. It's always like, I don't even know. This could have been me.
Yeah.
What? But it isn't.
Don't know how long you have on earth, guys. Cherish. I hate those.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate those. Don't say that. Cherish your life. You don't know how long you have with somebody. Don't say that. Oh, no.
The one thing I do agree with, though, is that whole, don't be talking about be kind to motherfuckers if you're not kind to motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm like, that's actually one of the main reasons why I left social, like Twitter in general. It was the amount of people that were talking about mental health and then turn around and be the worst motherfuckers.
Yep.
That's to me.
This reminds me of not anyone like not any of the South African creators.
Why not? Should be.
Because this one's kind of... I was friends with this person.
I don't care.
Let me talk about a bigger person.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian recently. There was a video of them being like, well, Kim specifically saying, work harder and everything.
Yeah, no
that time, she wasn't paying her domestic workers properly, and there's like a lawsuit happening right now.
I don't know all that.
Yeah, people.
Who's this? Mouth to me.
I'll tell you off.
Okay, I want the whole story. This is fun for me. Messy. I don't know, like, so many things are cringy.
And then, before you continue, one of the people who knew that we used to be friends came up to me and was like, hey, have you seen what your friend is? I'm like, we're not friends. I really distanced myself. At that point, I'd broken the friendship up.
Yeah.
And this person's like, your friend, I'm worried about your... I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
Not a friend.
Who?
Let the one go.
I don't know this man.
Not me. Couldn't be me.
Sorry, you were saying...
there's so many things. It's I'm a firm believer in like don't post or like Jay-Z through it, like, you know, Jay-Z don't say shit and you just go through it, right? what's cringy is when people try to hashtag, or not hashtag, like quotation marks, expose someone. Meanwhile, they also are not innocent in the background. You're like, you ain't shit. Like, yeah, but aren't you the one who ABC? And it won't even necessarily be a separate thing, like a separate thing. Like, in the same situation, you've also done equally as bad as this person in the same scenario that you guys are talking. I'm like, you did all that exposing just to be exposed yourself.
This reminds me of actually 2 former Twitter faves. It's just, I don't know if you want to get into it. It deals with like sexual assault and stuff. But it just gets very cringy. It's like, don't say that. No, not
Just
you.
let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
It is... So many things are cringy. What else is cringy for you?
I don't know. I think my cringe... I can recognize something that's cringe, but I personally enjoy it. Like, it's very hard for me to feel cringy.
Okay.
For somebody else. Like, secondhand embarrassment, I live for that.
Okay, no, I
Feed
don't.
me. Pulverize it, juice it up, feed me.
I love that. I avoid it every turn and every cost. So yeah, I get, guys.
Yeah.
So social media's cringy. Stay off it.
Yeah. Like me, I'm being on a podcast. It's cringy for me, but I love it.
I mean, explain to people that you have one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how to talk about it. Like, hey, I have a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, people eventually find it like, oh, you have a podcast. I'm like, yeah, you should listen. And then it's fine.